right. We're back with another stream. Long, hard week at work. Wasn't able to really do anything stream wise on my work night. So I kind of warned you guys that, but it was just a brutal week at work. We had a bunch of equipment failures and um, glad it is Saturday and start of 4 days off, or 4 nights actually. Like I've said in other streams, this is probably one of the best officer acquisition arcs ever. I mean, I literally hate the mechanic with a passion, but it's sort of like any Mr. Tiger creation. There's always something, even if you hate the mechanic, there's a reason to do it. And this one is just pretty much officer acquisition. I've leveled up so many officers in the last few weeks. It's ridiculous. I'm actually almost done with my mess hall. Let's see. Let's go into my. I'm just trying to pull stuff while I was asleep. I got home about 7ish and couldn't do wave defenses last night because it kept bouncing my ships. And then when it did, I did get all three of my ships. I'd already pushed start once earlier, but nothing happened. And but when I got all my ships in there, all of a sudden, every one of the hostiles spawned at once, and they were like right on top of my station. Yeah, so I didn't play anymore the rest of the night. Let me get something to drink. My throat is really dry right now. Okay, I picked a task. I did pick one task before I went to sleep, but I didn't want to do it until after reset to see what kind of events we got going today. Is there a leaderboard event or not? Let's look at that real quick. Because there's a couple things I do want to get in the store. Like on average, I usually spend a couple $100 every weekend. Most I've ever done is a grand. Like I told you last week, I got a big check for after paying off my truck from Ford Motor Company, a refund. I used some of that to help me tear up my Kretschner. All right, well, I'm in the store. I need to be in the events to see what we got going. Okay, we got Voyager. What is this one? Augment fire. What the heck is this thing? Augment hunt hostile. Well, they're a new version of hostile hunt. Okay, this is worth doing. Okay, kind of a revamped one. Let's see what kind of officers we got here. Oh yeah, well, I need this cat. Need this cat. Do we got any kind of SMS? Appears not to be. Cosmic cleanup. Let's go ahead and do this because we're going to be doing some stuff here for Alliance tournament. It'll go over. Well, one of the things that you guys didn't see, I'm gonna go ahead and claim both of these, and like I said, I'm gonna get me a Dr. Pepper. Pour me a little bit of Dr. Pepper. Keep my voice is all raspy. Okay, let's see. Should have Twitch on here. Making sure everything's live. Yep, I am live and well. Okay. I wonder why the screen looks like it does. Okay. There we go. All right. You got. All right. You got. Got the echo from it. It wouldn't. I had the volume turned all the way down. Shouldn't have even said had anything, but technology. All right, let's see. Let's see when our next defense is. 'Cause I need to go ahead and get in there for that today. We got one in 5 hours. Okay. Okay, and I think the task that I picked was gas. No, I didn't pick any. Okay. I fell asleep before it started, I guess. X board credits. We can do this one. We'll go ahead and let's cancel. Make sure that's right. Acquire. I've been saving tokens for this. This one hadn't come up while I was on. We're gonna pour this little Dr. Pepper here and get us going. Then I'm gonna stay on for a few hours. Then later on, I'm gonna go grab me something good to eat. First thing we'll do is we'll knock out our alliance tournaments. So I picked the X board credit. This is an easy one that you can get um, if you save the tokens, and I've been saving them for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into. I'm going to turn my light off in here. I don't need it. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the refinery. I'm going to go to the Enterprise NX01, and right here in these opportunity chests, I got a bunch of these. So I just got maybe like two more of these to pull. If I get lucky on pulls, which I didn't then, I got snake eyes. Okay, there's another five. So I think I only need one more if I can get the 540. That should have finished it. No, I think I got to do one more. I think it's 2200 something too. Okay, that should have done it. Okay, that should have cleared that task out. And we'll see. We'll go right in there. Oh, 6,000. Oh, ooh. Oh, it's not going to be that hard. I got a ton of those. Had like 22 when we started. Come on, let's go all the way down. Xborg. Not Xborg, guy. Enterprise. So we still got 17 tokens left, so we're in good shape. I could just pull the slider, but I only want to use as much as I have to. So maybe I can do it again. 6,000 is what we need. And one more, maybe, if we're lucky. Okay, we got the snake eyes. Again, snake eyes. Again, snake eyes. So let's go over here when we get the guaranteed one. So this should get it. Let's try one more. uh, and that'll get us over the top. All right. So we got that one. Let's go into the alliance tournaments now, and that should finish this. And we collect. Oh, come on. All right, now we got to re-roll and get something that we want. Okay, what is this? Crystal, yes. We want that one. Okay, there's a couple of different ways I can go by this. I want to go, I do want to buy this. For $79, buy this thing right here. We're going to do it. And that should give us all the crystal we need for this. Man, I hate the way this thing does this crap now. If you back off sometimes like I just did there, sometimes it'll finish and the pinwheeling and give you your stuff. Okay, so let's go in there and we'll go ahead and do the pull for the uh, alliance tournaments. Collect. I don't know why it's doing this, guys. What it's doing right now. Okay, multiphasics. See, I could use that one too for what I just did. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one because I want to get the enterprise one to help me get that one get to 10. So this is about all the money I'm going to spend this weekend right here. I want to go ahead. I'm going to pull the $100 one, and there'll be a $79 one right after it. But I'm going to do them one at a time. I might get away with only needing one. All right, let's back out like we did a while ago, and it should pop up. And there we go. We get our multiphasics. Okay. They've got to be careful there. Only the $100 one gives you 1,700. Okay, so we're going to go back to Alliance tournaments, and we're done with them. We got 3 for 3. We can go into the store. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the tokens yet. I'll use the first ones I've used the first few days. You can see this Prime Valor stuff. I did that, and I was able to finish a Prime in there. So I don't think I need that anymore. I guess I could use it to get that extra Prime for the Discovery. But quite honest with you guys, I don't know that I need that. I might be better off using it on Jack Ransom here, and I got one more pull of him left. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Uh, hey guys, how y'all doing? Yeah, it was a long week, guy, but work was brutal. We had some bad weather here in Dallas, and we also had some equipment of failure. We had like a bad, I don't know if it was a brownout or a power surge. We lost a bunch of. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad you're doing good. Guys, tell me what ops you are and what server you're on. But I'm just trying to start. I'm just got up. I just woke up. I got off work at around 6:30, and I got home at almost 8 o'clock. Took me a little bit. But we're gonna be doing some. I just finished alliance tournaments, and I'm gonna start doing some of the other event. Some of the events for today. We're gonna be. We'll eventually go in here and do some um, stuff with our Enterprise, but not our Enterprise or Voyager. But before that, I'm gonna do some upgrades to my Enterprise E today. I'm going to take it up to tier 10 so I can get that extra seat below. And I did a lot of officer upgrades since you guys were on. Okay. Looks like we are going to have to go in and get. Well, okay. Let's do this first. I'm pretty close to getting one upgrade for the Krechna. Like I said, it is my number one sled, so I can make like one multi-phasic pull. I think it'll get me enough to do that. And boom, I'm done with that. What else did we win here? Oh, we won all of our daily stuff. I mean, the cosmic cleanup, they did some upgrades to that recently, but not really. Do I play this one often? Yes, dude. I'm an OPS70, so yeah, I play this a lot. Uh, but I'm not one of these guys that only play it while I'm streaming. Like one of the things that you guys didn't get to see me do um, while on my days off is here in the augment. Looky there, I'm maxed out the rep, and I also got my Jockahim. I guess he's up to tier 4, and I only need 56 more shards to finish him out. Basically, that's 2 runs up there. But the only problem is when I go into here and try to tier him up, it's going to take the exact same loot that I got the shards in that store to. Where's he at? Oh, you know what? I can show you with Kara. That'd be the best way. But the only thing different with Kara, see, Kara, you have to get the shards and you need this Trillium D. But with Jockeyham, you have to use the same loot that you've been getting the officer shards to tear him up. And it's going to be an ungodly amount because it was like 16,000 for of the loot for I think it was 16,000. I think it was 16,000 to take him to tier 4. But to take him to tier 5, I would guess 32,000. So that's going to be like, I would say probably at least 6 to 8 trips up into augment space, getting like 100 of those tokens or more. So it's not going to be easy grind, but it's grind. But why do I want him so bad? Let me go into my ship because I've got him in my main ride here. If you look, the reason you want this guy is this 300% isolytic defense. So if you're pulling Pella or you're using the Cat Doctor below deck for defense, his stats crushes those officers. And we'll see here. We'll go below deck. We'll find Pella. See, hers is only 100% at 5. His is right. I think mine right now is 300%, and it's 500% when. But we're talking Scopely math though, and I haven't tried him out on below deck to hit players. We're gonna do that today some too. I'm gonna need to start looking at the defenses. We're gonna crash some defenses and check how good is. Where is what's her name? Let's find the cat doctor. There she is. Okay, cat doctor's another one of these. 180% isolated defense. So he's a better officer than both of these. So this allows me to put the cat doctor on one of my other ships and put him there. So one of the things I did do in this arc, I completely tiered her out, Tuvok out, uh, her out. I didn't need that many shards for her. I used it in that last arc that had her available. And let's see, I don't have my full ride down here. Let's go ahead and fix that. I was doing armadas, so I had 7 and 9 out. Cat Doctor, I took to 4. I took him to maxed out him. The one I need to work on right now with the new whatever loot we get is going to be Miss Q. I only got her to tier 3, but she's the one I'm going to be working on now. I don't think let's. I don't think I saw her in the Alliance store. I don't think she's in there, but she is. That's where it's gonna go. Um, so let's go ahead and um, let's see. Let's go ahead and go to our multiphasics. That's what I was doing before I got distracted. Okay, we're gonna go to multiphasics. I think I can make one. I'm gonna do like a 3 chest pull here. See, I've been saving these. I didn't use any last week, I don't think. So I used one of the alliance tournament tasks was to acquire the multiphasic credits. So uh I thought that would have been enough. What am I missing here? That should have gave me. Did it not show up? That should have gave me a way more than enough. Unless I pulled the wrong one. Let's go one more time. I might have pulled the Explorer one because I'm going to do that anyway here in a second. All right, let's see what happens. It should be enough now. Okay. Nope, I'm only getting like. Why is it not? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Why is it not? I'm going to refresh it. There's been so many weird crap going on with the game here. Let's go ahead and we're going to clear the localization. I should have, those 2 pulls should have gave me enough um, uncommon parts to go over the top. And we'll go back through this time and we'll see how many exactly we got. We should have. Okay, still nothing. Okay. Let's go back. Manage. Okay, got my on my enterprise. It should have gave me enough when I did the upgrade, when I did the multiphasics to. Yeah, it's still staying at 84. Um, okay, well, 84. We'll remember that 84.1. We'll see. If not, I'm gonna have to go on Discord and tell them, hey, I'm not getting rewarded my parts here. Because if we go in here, we'll make another pull. I mean, I'm getting crystal. I can use it anyway. It's not like, all right, one more time. So should be getting for each pull, I should be getting like 200, and so I should be getting like 600 on this pull. Let's see. Yeah, 620, 27. If not, we're gonna do something else. Cause I'm gonna definitely go into, and I'm not getting credit. Definitely not getting credit. Oh no, it did. It gave me. I need. Oh, I need 256, 86. Okay, let's go ahead and. Whoops, wrong tab. All right, let's do. Let's go ahead and do. Use the plus. I need got 66,000, so let's do 16,000 or 15,000. Let's do 15. That should be well enough to do it. And then the rest we're going to use on the Enterprise E, probably. Okay. Yeah. See, we got, that's G4. Here we go. That should be way more than enough. There we go. I looked at that wrong. I thought I had needed 84,000, not 86. That's on me. So we're gonna make one upgrade, and we'll go ahead and pull the slider, and you can see it'll be a little bit of time. This is gonna be like a chip away, because even if I bought one of those packs, the packs I think have like 30,000 in it, so I'd have to look. You do the math. I'm not gonna spend that kind of dough on it. If I'm close, like I am with the let's see, upgrade. How many more do I need? Not very many, so I could probably get away with just using what multiphasics I got left on the Enterprise E and be able to do it. Maybe. Let's check it out and see. All right, let's go ahead. We can. I think it only lets you do. We go Explorer. I think it only lets you do 50 pulls, and that's a 25,000. That's about half of what I got. And we'll see what that does. That'll definitely give us one upgrade for sure. Okay, so we got 600 in rare parts, so that's going to be way enough to make this next upgrade. I thought it was. All right, wait a minute. Just barely didn't get it. But you know what I'm going to do? Since I made that, I grabbed that deal. Now the next part of the thing I get a discount on. So the next pull of the Explorer parts, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Save my multiphasics, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the $79. So you get a discount on the second one, but all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I've got basically 100. I've got about 100 and no $260, which doesn't about normal. But this will be enough. This should be enough to tear me out, I think. Or tear me up. And then I could use the multiphasics I just got. But this will make my Enterprise a lot more powerful. I'll be able to kind of get a better gauge and Alliance. Come on. Oh, that's not going to be enough. I'm hoping I got enough through this. Whoa. I know it's a place where I can get parts, though, if I... Because like I said, this is where you get... Once you get it around tier 10 where I'm at, you start getting into what I call rare hell. Okay, how many do we need to finish her out? Not very many. Okay, so I've got a couple places I can go and pull some right now. Let's see. Let's go into this. Bought this for my Explorer, my Interceptor, but I can go ahead and let's go in the depot and pull these first. Come on, 4,000 or 20. Ah, they like to. I hate when I get the little one. So I'm using this on Rachel Garrett. I need two shards. And she's done up. She's up to tier 4, I think. Okay, now we go into the daily parts. God, why did it do that? It was doing this earlier. I might have to go and clear the damn localization again. It was doing this when I was trying to get in here a while ago. I had to clear the localization. There's so many bugs right now going in this thing. I don't know if it's because the tournaments are going on or not. It seems like Incursions does the same thing. You'll get a bunch of weird bugs that weren't on here before. My name is Emily Thomas. My inst. Uh, let's see if I got a. Hold on. Okay, what is it? Emily Thomas, 33. I'll check that out. Okay, let's go underscore 3. Okay, making sure that that's right. Yeah. Okay, done. But anyway, let's reset these while we're at it. That one's full, I think. Let's bring that one home. All right. Let's see if we can get to those parts. Now, no, I pulled the wrong tab. No, I didn't. Event store. Nah, that's still not going to be enough. Why didn't get? No, those people don't know. Most people don't. We got a stupid thing on our server about G6 space. And to be honest with you, most of these cats don't know these exist, these parts. You can see there's literally nobody in here with me. Plus, it's a hazard. You got to have the some hazard research or you die in here. So I got both of those going for me. Okay, let's see. I don't think I have any. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's go. I don't think did I use it all? Yeah, I did. Okay, how many do I need? I mean, there's a couple other places too where you can maybe get lucky with parts. How many do I actually need? 600. Probably. I can wait till tomorrow because that was I think it gave me 600 in that. I just have to wait till tomorrow on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and see what I can do with this one. Okay, what is low on parts? That one takes rares. Okay, we'll do that. And do that. Okay, I usually wait for the last because I knew it was going to take parts, the same parts I need for my Kretschna. So no, you'll have to wait. And how about my board cube? I've been kind of waiting a few days to get this one. Another. Let's see, we got. I don't know if I need the impulse. I'm gonna go with nah. Either one of these are not great. I'll go with the impulse over cargo hull. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what this one is. Yeah, I'll definitely do this gun. All right. Just whittling away. This is what I'm doing with these with the other. This is my primary ship here, and this is my secondary right now. Eventually, this is going to be my secondary. It'll take its place, but big thing I want to do is get this last tier. What that does for me is opens up this next. So it'll give me 5 lower deck slots, and I can put a PvP lower deck officer right here to help this one out. And what I've got right here below deck, I've got 7 and 9. You can see I'm getting close to finishing her out. I got Miss Q, which I need to work on. Um, I've got him maxed, and I've got the Cat Doctor to tier 4. So that's a decent below deck build. And the reason why I got this one on here, um, for that, he kind of works a little bit like 7 and 9, so they kind of work together. And then I've got this one gives me because of morale. This one gives me apex barrier. But the thing was that what I noticed, like I was saying earlier on the other ship, is how good this officer is and the isolytic defense that he's going to give me. And I'm almost there. You can see I need. Let me go back. I need 56 more shards, and I'll have him completely tiered out. I basically got him to tier 4 in one night, but it took me like 2 days to get enough of that loot to actually finish him. You know, like I was showing you with the Trillium D. We'll go up here there to sometime on the stream today, and we'll do another run. I'll show you what I'm talking about on him. Right now, I used all my loot already. Let's see. Okay, nothing in here. Let's go. Nothing there. So I need. They got their kind of their new augment. Uh, I mean not augment, but faction hunt. This is all this is renamed. And it's heroic. It's heroic in nature, and you instead of giving you the faction credits, you get mirror dust, and you also get the stuff for your forbidden tech. But I've almost got done. Mine are almost done, so I'm doing like mining stuff and stuff like that now because my PvP is as high as I'm gonna take them. Let's see who's winning right now. He's not that much far ahead of me, but I'm gonna do some tomorrow. All right, let's put this right back in there. Oh crap! I moved him instead of. That's okay. We'll just put that one right on top of it. But I've got to watch this too. Let's see who's up for grabs. Let's see. Let me get a little bit. All right, we want to find when do these guys do theirs? 43 minutes. So we're gonna do some clobbering times coming. All right, let's go ahead and get some of this other stuff done. We're waiting the 43 minutes. Okay, yeah, I'll watch the clock. Who's going right now though? Let's see. Somebody's got to be going right now though, because they're like an hour long, or maybe they haven't started for the day yet. They start later on Saturday for some reason. I guess because there's not as many, because you're going to have every one of the three-prong systems are going to go up for the day. What I wanted was I wanted us to drop this territory and this territory and take that one and then get two of these. That would upset the apple cart on this server because the farmers down here share. If we took two of those away, that would kind of. To this point on this server, I mean, there are some uh, services that some of these have, but they're so these are all like early early on. These were all in the game before we started playing on this server. So this is old shit, and a lot of times they get buried with all the other new. Uh, is there a Klingon officer called Macau? She doesn't give morale. Bad design. Let's see. Let's go. We'll see what you're talking about. Yeah, but not all officers are going to give you morale, and most of the time the morale, the the Klingon faction favors interceptors. Um, most of your trying to see. Now those would be some of the early ones, I guess. You're talking about her. She was does armor piercing. So back when these officers were brought in the game, that was like piercing and what is the other one? There was another one similar like that. That was like the apex barrier of the game back then. she was probably important year one in this game. She's really not. You notice that she's uncommon, and but probably year. I don't know. Is there somebody? Have you got any of you guys been play this game year one on here? But with such names, she should give them a route. I don't know. They don't. They don't. What they should do and what they do in this game, you're looking at guys. You're looking at guys that don't understand Star Trek that are doing this. So there's a lot. There's a lot of officers. Their abilities don't make sense to their characters. Now, the biggest one is, let's go group, was this. I can give you a couple more examples, but this one, these are the most glaring because um, um, the Enterprise series had been, long through when this game started. Let me find those guys. Where are they? Oh, I got upgrade. Well, I meant to put group. Okay, come on. Group. Okay. They made, with this Enterprise series, they put Phlox as the epic officer instead of T'Pol. T'Pol should have been here, and I wouldn't even put Phlox as one of the officers. I would have put, and not him either. I would have put Merriweather, and it would make sense for him to be a mining officer because that's what he did before he joined Starfleet. And I would have put DePaul here. And you look at Tucker, no captain ability. Okay, Tucker and DePaul both captained the NX-01 quite a bit during the series. So what they should have done is they should have gave Tucker Archer's ability for one of the three hostiles. Because you had three that were introduced at that time. You had the Zindi Aquatics, which uh, Archer does a boost. You should have gave one of them the reptilian, and the other one uh, the silent enemies. And then you got this right here, increases the amount of resources for Hirogen and whatever. This is a discovery deal. This one's pretty good. He's a decent officer on the side, but this makes no sense. This makes no sense. It also makes zero sense that T'Pol is the rare and she's a freaking mining officer. It makes zero sense on that. And also, we'll go into the Strange New Worlds. Even though I love me some Leanne, this should have been, it should have been opposite. Leanne should have been the rare on the side, and Una should have been the captain because she's like number two. She's the number two, second in command of the ship. So it makes no sense that Leanne's the captain and uh, Una and Ortegas are the rare. Ortega should have been rare. I would have even used her. I would have used somebody else. Somebody that's one of the Enterprise officers that weren't in. I mean, the Strange New World officers that weren't in the game at the time. But we got the second version of it, where that's where we got this Kirk brothers, Mabinga, and we got Miss Chapel, and so yeah, and then we got Pella too. But there's a lot of things in this in the game. You got guys that code that don't understand Star Trek. They don't understand their game a lot of times as well. Um, and it's frustrating. Like, I mean, poor the Enterprise series got a raw deal when they were on the air. They also got a raw deal in this game, in my opinion. All right, let's do this. Let's see what alliance one do I have up right now. Oh, okay. I can pull these. I had to do these for that event that was over the few days ago. Now, if you guys don't know any, once you once, and this has happened recently to me, is I finished the Syndicate XP thing, and when I did, it gives you when y'all get an event for the loot, whatever. We get an event for armadas, so I had to do a bunch of those, so I could. What I ended up doing was I was able to get, because it gives you doctor shards just like y'all got. I was able to get enough to tear out my doctor. So I've got him. That's a crew I need to really test again now that I've got Janeway completely tiered out and I've got the Doctor completely tiered out. That'll probably be the new meta now until I get the Kirk brothers up to that. Because it's real close when I got the Doctor to tier 4. So imagine now that I got both of them up. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this. I guess they're running armadas. Like, yeah, we still got 4 hours before ours. All right. So we need to quickly switch to the Enterprise. I mean the Voyager, because there's like 2 events that's going to score from this. So I need to change ships first. All right. Man, I really hope that G5 scrapping hurry up and gets this game. I got so many ships I need to get rid of. Okay, we're gonna put Janeway in here just because. Let's see. Let's go group. We'll put the Doctor. I don't think it really matters. The rest of these can all stay. I'll stay right here. I was using those for blower decks for the officers, for the armadas I was doing earlier. Well, we don't need her there. Let's put. Where's E-Data? Mr. Data, where are you, buddy? There he is. All right. Let's go into Voyager's face and finish the. We'll finish the Battle Pass, and there's also an event that asking for those as well. All right. Let's finish those up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait and spend my alliance tournament tokens tomorrow, because I really don't know what I'm gonna use them on. I could use them, just use them on the other lower deck officer. I gotta see how many I can get first. Whether I'm gonna get enough to use all 20. Yeah, I was hoping there'd be some more events that paid these tokens today, because I only need one more shard. I got Rachel Garrett. Let's see, what are these called? They're called officer token. Okay, so these stuff in the con store, unfortunately, is doing this, and this is garbage in here for the most part. I mean, they have some stuff like this, but look at the price of these. They're pretty high. I've got they did have some uh, con uh, points in here, skill points in here, and they had a limit on them. I already got them all. Let's see. Let's go in here. See what we got for him. Skill tree. There was something I wanted to do today with this one. What is this one? Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish this up. This is from all those jock of them upgrades. It gave me skill points for con as well. Okay, how about this one? All right, we'll get that one later. Yeah, I bought it when they went on. But the thing is, guys, don't buy con if you're gonna engage with you're gonna engage with that was something no one bothered to tell us. Uh, you go in here. Let's see, augment. Okay, you got two unlocked. So you can unlock con in this one here. Look, 200 guaranteed. So all you have to do is do one chest pull. The two that you want to focus on is you want to focus on Lorca and Sloan. I mean, Kirk and uh, Kirk is pretty good. Has some good stuff in it, but you really want to go with Lorca and Lorca and Sloan because they've got both. They've got really good skills for both whatever type of player you are in the game. They got really good efficiencies. Um, but yeah, last night I don't know if any of y'all have had problems with wave defenses. I did. Um, I couldn't. It wouldn't keep my ships in the system, and I had to reset them like 3 or 4 times. And then the last time, um, the host the hostiles when they spawned, they were like right on top of the station. I did contact customer service, and they did refund me my tokens. But I'm like, yeah, but there's an event for these going, and I can't do it, and didn't really help me there. I luckily this morning when I got home from work, I tried it off on my computer, and it worked. But on my phone, no dice. You know. Okay, I think we're done actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, that goes with that one. Let's see what else we got going here. Battle pass point overflow. Let's go vents. All the milestones are done. No, they're not. Here they are. I was looking at the wrong thing. So we got one more milestone to get for that. Let's see. Let's see what's in this one. Nothing today. I already did that one. I guess they're. Let's see. There was one for Herodians too. Here we go. So I got one milestone on both of these left. So let's go ahead and finish them both. So it'll be real quick. Like I said, knew it was going to be really fast to finish this. All right, that got us done with the battle pass, and we it shouldn't take much to finish the. Uh, there we go. We're done with that. Okay, now we're done with that. Let's see what else we got going. We've got all the faction hunt thing. Okay, that's gonna help me a little bit. Let's see. There is another event that pays his shards out. I think. I think it's his cons challenges. Okay, what is this mirror? So you've got to have these three on the deck: the doctor, that guy, and Dane below. Which one does it give me? Yeah, it's giving more of those same tokens. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not that keen on it because there's no Let's see what's in this though. This is more. Okay, that's what I need, and I only need one more. That one gets my Rachel Garrett. So we definitely, that's going to be the next thing we do. We're going to go in Mirrorverse. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get some Trillium A while I'm at it. So I'm going to go in. Normally I go into the 68 or 70 system to mine Sigma speed ups, but I'm not going to do that today. I need the actually Trillium more than I do that now for Kara. You saw that I was really close to pulling her, finish her up. And let's see, do I got any pulls for her anytime soon? Let's see. Let's go into the Mirrorverse. Oh, this might get her right now. And we got a Trillium A pull. Like you see, I'm really low on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make a pull there. All right. So let's go and check Kara real quick before we. I may have enough to tear her up. That was really close. Come on. All right, let's go back out, go back in. Here we go. Upgradable. And she should pop up. And, and I'm just so close. It's not funny. Okay. All right, so we will get, she'll be done today because there's another pull in there that hasn't, I don't think it has been done. We'll go back in here and see. All right, let's go. Yeah, we must see if we got any ship parts. I didn't even think about looking in here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay, we got 29, so that's gonna make it easy for tomorrow. Because I don't want to spend any more money in the game. All right, go ahead and make that pull. See who we get. Pick Rocker. That wasn't a good pull at all. All right, get that. And the thing is, what I do, guys, this is something I do because uh, these premiums, there are a lot of different events that we'll get where it's asking you to acquire epic or rare shards. And you can see this one has a bunch of them in it. And I'll have every one of these completely tiered out. So uh, if I make a pull in here, is this going to be patterns? So what I do is I wait for one of those events. Like we just had a couple of them where you can. So I'll wait and use these for those events because there's literally nothing that I can get in here that will help me, and I need more. I need more of these patterns like a hole in the head. I've got like 6.6 million of these, and there's none of these I don't have finished. You know, like when they last time when they added Cisco, Himmer, Honor Guard Worf, Lorca, and Michael Burnham. I had Honor Guard Worf done, Lorca done, Himmer done, and I needed 50 shards for Cisco and maybe 200 shards for her. And I finished those in 5 minutes of them, adding them in the game. And I still had like 4 million of those patterns, so it was a drop in the bucket. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Junker. And you say, why the Junker? Or no, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try something different. This is one of the reasons that um, this is another. You can use the Junker, or you can use the Rev. Um, the reason why I'm going to use either one of these because they have huge cargo holes um, down here. Where if I just want one of my regular warships, see, I got 40 million. I can fill this sucker up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my regular PV PvE crew. Uh, chain legs for patterns. I don't think they're going to do that. I wish they would for a lot of players. I got mine tiered up. It wouldn't help me, but it would help a lot of players. But I don't think they'll do it. Just because she's such a important PvE officer, they still like to put. It's like if you notice, if you go in here, which two officers aren't? There's two big glaring, uh, two glaring. They got almost every officer they put in the game in the last 3 years sitting right here, and even some early officers like the Enterprise officers. But have you noticed? If you go through here, there are two glaring exceptions that they didn't put in inside this store. And let's go to officers. Officers. I will go all the way to the bottom. I mean, they don't have Mirahora, but they got her behind that wall in combat arenas. And Seska's in the the relativity thing, and that's the only way you can get her. But besides that, they don't have this officer. And why? Apex Shred. And then he's got a decent one for Hostiles below. But you look at the other one they don't have in here is Quasi. Why? Apex Shred. And that's the latest gimmick in the game. And I can imagine that this I should have bought in on him. I didn't. There's so much you can do, and I didn't buy him as often. Like I didn't buy McCoy either. McCoy's only like tier 2, but I got it through the gameplay. Not I didn't buy any shards for him. They had enough shards in here to take him to tier 2 if you finish everything. Like see, I only need 3 more shards. I take him to tier 2, and but he's new. He's not going to be in there. But you do have the other officers from the Section 31. You got DeGiorgio, which does have Apex Shred as well. But um, the thing is with this, if you guys notice, if you go in here and go into the store and we see what this cost. 80,000 of these tokens for 20 pulls. And then you got another 20,000 for 5 pulls. So you go in there and you buy one of those packs. And if you bought like the day 1 pack was 160, they had 160 in the battle pass. And they recently, and I bought both of those to tier up officers. They had like a special pack with 160, but the one in the store right now, the one that has an unlimited pull buy power to it, is 100. So $100 buys you 25. So if somebody wanted to uh, spend money to tier up the Giorgio, they'd for every 25 that they pulled, it would cost them $100. Or if they had saved the earlier ones, you get 160. But still, uh, that's a lot of money versus going in here and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna tear up as many of these rare as I can." That's kind of what I did. Uh, I went in here and the one that I wished I would have a few more so I could get Mariachi Q's tier 4, and I just needed so many of them I didn't even try. But if you look here, for every 10 it costs you 13,000. So if you get the $160 pack, well, that gives you over 100, about 100. I think it's either like 120 something or 125, something like that. Well, that's enough to almost to tear up any of these guys that you need. And that's exactly what I did with her, him, and Tuvok here. Um, I used it to finish them for me. Like if that come back in the store, I would definitely buy it to tear her up. But I'm not gonna. If, if they offer me 160 for $100, 160. Come on. If they offer me 160 for $100, I'm not gonna pay them $100 for 100. You know what I'm saying? Just not gonna do it. And they might put the doctor in there. I could see them putting maybe the doctor in for patterns. I just don't see them doing Janeway. They like Honor Guard Worf uh was a real hard one for some of the content creators to talk them into because they were still selling him in the store. And that's what I think they're going to do with both of those Apex Barrier officers. Like right now, one of the officers in the Matt event today. Is that tokens? Yeah. Okay. The only bad thing for me right now is I don't have many things I can spend on. Because my station's almost done, and what I got left in my station doesn't take. So I gotta look at it and see what research I can do. I got to be careful. I don't want to take anything that's going to take away from my interceptor. See that these all take those, so that's not going to help me in the event. I can do it later. Okay, let's look at this. The ones I'm really trying to get to done so I can get to them. There are two that are really important. And let's see what we got left to get the battering ram, isolate defense. Okay. Yeah, we can do that one. Let's back it up. Battering ram. Let's go back and do this again. I think I got all three of them done. Let's see. No, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave the gas. I might need it for my Enterprise. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and screw these guys the way I want. Let's go. Okay. I don't need Kim. That's good. Wonder why I put Jockom in there. I don't think I put him in my. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, I did put him in there. I remember I changed it yesterday. I need to put Paris below deck. That's who I'm missing. I could put the doctor on there too, but I'm gonna fill up. I'm gonna fill up with loot, so I'm not gonna need it anyway. So let's find Paris. All right, put Paris in here. All right. All right, we're gonna take the Revenant into mirror space. All right, let's get this lower. Here we go. Mirror. Okay, where we're gonna go? We're gonna go and grind. We're gonna grind. I think it's right here. This space right there. And there's really two options for me. I'll do this one or take it in either of these. What's the advantage of going here is I don't get the Trillium at all, but I can get faction credits and Sigma speed ups in either of these that I need. The reputation, they also do give you rep if you're working on reputation, but I got my rep maxed out, so I don't need that. But what I do need is Trillium D to get that refinery back up, because once I make the pull for Kara, I'm not going to have any, and I don't have anything to. I haven't made pulls in about a week. Uh, so I need to get my stuff back together, but because I've been saving, because she took so much. Now, the one that really was a kicker was Mirror Picard. I think he was even more than that, but it was Mirror Picard and Mirror Data, because I got Mirror Data completely tiered out. I got Mirror Picard at 4 where Kara's going to be. And that makes that crew, that secondary crew for the Mirror one, because Kara's up so high now, that makes that one that much more uh, powerful. It actually makes it a viable second crew. But the one I need to also think about doing if they actually put that pack back in the store again. Well, because after I finish Rachel Garrett, the one I'm going to focus on is going to be Mirror Troy. I mean, I do need to do Miss Q. It's like, but always for me, at least PvP goes before PV. You know, well, you know what? I don't know. That's a tough one. Okay, I don't need to go through there. I need to go. Um, I was almost going to go towards the other mirror space. I need to go this way. And what's good about this? Like I took the junker up here too because I've done it already. Um, when I say the junker, I'm talking about that Section 31 ship because what it wasn't it actually was in the actual movie. It was uh, a trash hauler that they used because they is a makeshift ship to go after that weapon or whatever it was. You know, it was not a really good movie. Man, yeah, my little nephew. I got a 5-year-old nephew who loves playing the game. They went to Florida this weekend. I usually come on later on Saturday because I usually go see them. But he loves he loves playing this game, and he'll tell me to blow them up so he can see their faces. You know the ships. That's what he always says. He wants me to make them real big like this so he can see their faces. Is what he says. He's he was playing this when he was like 3. He loves this game. He doesn't call it Star Trek. He calls it the spaceship game. Why did the rift not go off? He'll ask me if I brought my iPad. Can he play the spaceship game as soon as I get there most of the time? And it's fun. Now his little brother likes to do it too because he. Oh yeah, that's some spam. Some spam. Reason why I know that, I got that on my phone. I hadn't checked my messages until I got on here. But I've got to kind of watch time because that the fence is coming. Oh man, it's gonna be in 6 minutes. So I might have to make a second run because I'm definitely gonna go hit that sucker. Okay, so we need to go. I made a bad turn. We need to go there, Barclay, because I thought that looked different. So we need to go to Barclay. Okay, let's look her, make sure we're all loaded up for bear. Okay, we're missing some. Oh, Jocklum's in. Ah, I put him into that deal, so he's not in. Try to think who I want to put in his place. Dude, man, I think I had Mabry up top for stats earlier. I'll just leave him in there. I got a good enough lower deck, but I wanted to see how he did. Okay, why did it not go? Okay. See what you're gonna see them do. They're gonna try to sting me. Like that's gonna do anything. All right, so we're gonna go in here. Let's see. We've got a interceptor. So we're gonna look for. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think this is gonna be strong enough I can hit any of them, but this is untested. I know the Junker kind of stayed within the battle triangle with it. But when that thing starts, I'm just gonna do as many as I can until that defense starts, and then I'm gonna stop, and I'll probably just let it. Oh, if I can hit enough of these, and I'm real close. I might have a chance to. Yeah, I'm not taking any damage. I figured. I saw one of the guys I know that spent on this from the very beginning. I didn't. I unlocked it um, just from progressively playing. I refused to buy it. This has been a really easy ship to tear up because I've already got it up. I've only had it. I think I've had it out for maybe a month, and I've already got it to tier 13 by just doing the pulls and stuff. I mean, it's powerful enough now. Right now, even if I didn't do anything to it, I can go up there and do the polys and the solos with up in the 70 system without any problem. We did some of that on the way home from work. I was helping some of the guys. Someone had PM me and asked me if I would help them. I said, "Well, I'm driving home. You're gonna have to wait until I get into the circle because I'm gonna have to wait until I do it between red lights, you know." And I kind of did that because he caught me right when I was driving right when I was leaving to get in my truck. He asked me if I would help him. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just. I don't see any more battleships in here, but what we're doing here, we can see we're getting. See, I already got more cargo now than I would of one of my warships if I brought it up here. Oh, I did take some damage from that. I guess it was from that 70 ship. That's okay. We'll pull it out of here. I know the junker. Then I'm going to have to bring the junker up here. Okay, let's go ahead and stop. I didn't look at it after I hit that 70 ship. I just figured it would kill it pretty easily. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to lose that Trillium D because that's one reason I came up here. Because it's about the. No, it's not. My Rotaran's higher than this. I was going to say it's about the same size as my Rotaran. And I actually used to use my Rotaran in here. Let's see, where is that system that has. You know what, I'm just going to let it. Let's just see if we. Let's go ahead and hit these. I mean, I want the Trillium D anyway. That's not why I'm doing it, so it won't matter, I don't think. So we do know that it doesn't, even though the Junker is technically a less powerful ship in this, whatever, the points right here. I went in there and was okay with the Junker, but I wanted to try it because I saw a guy using one of these in the other system with the surveys. All right, let's go into. I mean, I don't want to lose the. If I were to lose, I almost want to kind of. I wish we didn't lose the cargo. I'd go ahead and make it die, so I could get that Jockle to see how he's. Okay, so I'm gonna go right here and cloak because I'm looking for a guy. Because once they see me in there, they're gonna put nothing but spam in there. Okay, I want to catch a couple of good ships before they start spamming me. Are we in there yet? It looks like we are. Let's see who's in here. Okay, let's see. So far, I don't. Nobody of note. Let's take this bad boy here. I bet they're gonna let these guys have the spot. Let's see, because I don't see any high-end players. Let's see who's in here. No, they're going for their own deal. Okay, here's a 60. Who is this? That dude lost his family member recently. Well, here's a 65. Let's see what he's brought here. Junk ships. Looks that way. Okay. Let's see what's in the other one. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what he's got here. Here we go. Here's our Huckleberry right here. Yeah, these guys gonna go right for him. That's one guy in my alliance. All right, we're gonna go for his cube first. What's this one? This is a, and we're gonna go for this. All right. All right. Now we're gonna look and see who else is in here. Now they know I'm here. Let's see. I'll just go. We'll clear this sucker out. Let's see, what is this? He lit. He's about to get lit up. Let's see what we got here. Let's get him. Oh, that's a G6. We're going to go for it. Or a G5 ship, I mean. Okay, let's see what this is. Nah. Let's go into the other one. No, we'll forget that. Let's go get this one. Uh, there they go. Yeah, like I said, they're going to put junk ships in here. I'll just be the junk man today. Okay, there's a 63 player right here. Let's go get this shit. Let's see what she got here. Oh, there you go. There's your Huckleberry. This is about the stupidest thing you can do is sting a guy with a 70 ship and where he can't leave. That's literally maybe one of the stupidest things ever. With these so many stupid players in this game. Now, if they had somebody that could come and destroy my ship, that wouldn't be a bad move. But see, now I'm going to kill everything in the ship. I was only going after the warships. But if they want to sting me where I can't leave, then I'm going to go after everything in this stupid system. These guys know that I'll do this because I do, because I was in their alliance once. And they see me do this to other players. There's another 62 trying to hide with a lower player. It ain't gonna matter now. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Stupid idiot. It was probably that dumbass that stung me. Because most of these guys know that if they don't sting me, I'll just go looking for the higher players. I'm not gonna go for the lower ones. But if they're gonna sting me where I can't leave, and I came here to kill ships, I'm gonna kill everything now. I don't care what level it is or what ship it is. And I'll do it till the sting's over with, and then after that I'll move to a different system. I want to kick out everybody. I can do. Let's see what my enterprise. I got all my ship. Yeah, we'll come in here and start killing with these guys too. Okay, let's get my. Now they just bought trouble. Does the artifact thing work? Let's see. I don't think it does on players. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to come in here and send some other ships in here and take their paddles away from them. I don't have PvP officers in there. I don't feel like loading them. Let's go get this stupid idiot. Blade and wave defense. Let's go ahead and get these guys here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one. And this one. That one. Oh, yeah. Okay, get that one. That one. And that one. That one. And we'll get this guy here. And that guy there. And this guy here. And that guy there. And this guy here. And this guy here. And that guy there. Okay, now we'll go this guy. We'll just go. We'll go here. What idiots. We'll go in here and kill. Okay, the thing to do if you really wanted to worry, they had somebody that I could, I could, had to worry about actually. I could go do this. This is the way you can beat the Sting. I'm just showing you just so you know how to do this. Load your, load your discovery in one of these slots. And what you can do is just go dock and your Sting's gone. Okay, something must not have pulled it. Must have not. Okay, recall. There we go. It's buggy. It's normal. Well, as usual. Okay, recall. It should be good. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. I don't know what's going on with that while it's doing that crap. Alright, we'll use the little one. Let you start killing. Let's see what else we got in here. It's good to get the little Krishna out for some action. I'm going to kill a little bit, then I'm going to come back. I need to finish this other crap up. Since none of the big players are actually going to come out. They've got some 60 play, but not. You can see most of them stayed out of there. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more. More. They've got a 69 player that, and they got a couple of few others higher 60 players. But what you can do is that's what you can do. You just use your discovery instead, you know. But the thing is, if you don't have somebody in your alliance that can come in and take advantage of the sting, that's really a stupid ploy. So what do you want? You got the guy at 70, the guy who's got a 70 ship is hunting for HVTs. Can't you make him where he can't leave? So what I usually do I usually just sit there and just, if they're stupid enough to keep stinging me like that, usually I'll just stay in there and pop as many ships as I can after that. But I didn't feel like doing it. I was hoping that, like I said, I was hoping some of their higher players would have showed up. Especially because the guy that's 65, most of those guys don't like him at all. I was hoping they would show up to try to stop him from popping them. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. Well, they do have some people in their alliance. They just didn't show up to into their defense. Is what I'm saying. They're not, but I was hoping because I knew the guy that was you saw the guy in my alliance was a 65. He he pounds their uh, defense quite often, so they usually go in and try to hit him. But there were no shows today, so that kind of made that a little bit more boring than what it could have been. That's why I went in cloak because I figured he would go after that guy right away, and that's why I went around through all the three of the systems before I hit somebody because I was looking for the guy that was a 69. And I wouldn't doubt if he stayed cloak because he saw me in there. Okay, let's get that. But normal, a lot of times if they cloak me like that, most of the time I'll stay in the whole defense and just trash them until if they sting me. I just thought that was too boring for the stream, so all right, so we're gonna switch ships. We're gonna try the Junker instead, or well, you know what? We'll just go with the Rotaran. I want to finish the event. Let's see, where's Rotaran? See, the Rotaran's not that much bigger than this ship. So I don't know why the Rotaran does do a better job. Okay. Yeah, I wish I would have had him below. Well, I didn't have anything that would have tested it anyway. In that they Okay, so let's go back. Or we can. Well, you know what we'll do? Forget that. Let's go ahead and change the crew in this one. I'll put my there you go. And we'll go. We'll put the Romulan there and we'll switch. Where was the crew? I'm going to put my cube. I just want to get done with the event and get some loot. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's look at the other events. These are, like I said, this is like like a revamping of the. Oh, looks like they're gonna do. Looks like this is gonna be some kind of like Apex type event. Where do you get this at? Augment clearance token earned through events in the store. Okay, was there one of these that paid us off in one of these? Complete the fire events. Okay, where do you get? I'm trying to look to see if there's some place I could get one of these tokens. Does you get them through here? Or do you have to buy that crap? I'm not going to buy it. I would love to do the event, but I'm not going to. Unlock the augment by using premium purchase from offers in the store. Premium augment clearance tokens. Now that's bull crap. I didn't look in the store after it went up. Let's see. Let's look and see what they're selling here. That's a bunch of crap. There's those tokens. Con Explorer Special. Damn it. Ah. I definitely want those officer tokens. That's the reason why I'm going to do it. Those were in the store just a minute ago. What is this? Oh, there's those tokens right there. $49? No. But see, the problem is I don't know why anybody would buy these. I know they've got some when you can easily get that through the store. Yeah, I saw that, man. I saw the token in there for $50. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. You get 4 of them, so I guess they're gonna have one every day. I don't know. It says right there 4-day. Let's go look at the event again. Okay, I'm gonna go here and get my Rachel Garrett done, or not done, but the tier, whatever, that tiers are up one. But I'm gonna go. See, the choice for me right now is either her or Miss Q. Because they're both about the same level. But I think I'm closer to Troy, actually. So I think that's where I'm going to go. The only problem, I have to get some more Trillium D to finish her. Like I said, this is like the best arc ever for getting officer. Because I think I've got her to tier. I guess I got to do have both of them the same tier. I thought she was lower though for some reason. We'll go look at this in a minute, but I was closer to her anyway. So let's go in here. We'll upgrade Rachel. And the reason why she's kind of valuable because she's one of the better loot boost officers in the game right now. Come on. I don't know why it's so buggy right now. All right, let's go back. Let's see if I can get back up there. Yeah, I had so much of this officer before this arc. I had so much of this officer XP up here. I never thought I could be spent. But I actually went through it the other day when I was. So now she's all the way up. Let's go ahead and pull this one off the node and reset it. Okay, so our enterprise is done. We may have enough to even do another. But the only problem here is when you tear this up, you can see the incredible price. You got 20. The bad thing about it is what they should have done instead of keeping it on the same Sigma speed ups that you have to do for your buildings and other stuff, they should have went with a repair Sigma speed ups instead. And I got tons of those. I just don't have a lot of the other. So I'm going to go ahead and use my smart speed ups, and I'm going to have to use lat, which I don't like. Now I got to figure out who am I putting in the other seat. Oh, good. I can do I can do this one. Hopefully, I can get the shield too. Nope. What do I need for the shield? Not too far away. Oh yeah, I got this. We'll just use a little bit of light right there. Boom. Cool beans, man. We got this thing going where this is the second thing I want to do after I get done with that, but you can see I'm way off on parts. Okay. Let's see. Let's go in this thing. I'm not. I really don't want to look because it'll be tempting. Too hard. Let's see. Come on, go, 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 go. Con. Let's see how many parts it goes in. I don't think it's going to have enough to make a difference. Okay, where's the 6? Tell me it doesn't have. Where's the 6-star? Here we go. 28,000. But that's not even a drop in the bucket for the next upgrade, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't. 28,000 don't do anything. It would, I think it would get me really close on the rare, but yeah, so that's, I'll save me some money there. Yeah, it's gonna take me a couple weeks to get enough to where even a pack's gonna make a difference. That's why I'm minding my butt off over here, because every little bit helps. Let's see what that did for me with the event, though. Still in second. How far back behind? Not very. Not very. That's who we're gonna be in. I guess in the incursion with 91. Usually they do that. I wish. I hope that ours isn't on. Think they've gone to the point where they're doing. I don't know why I'm hitting that thing for. Let's go into. We need to go. We need to go dev. Now I gotta watch on the way up. There is a loot one on the way up there. So how you can know that is when you go into a system, it'll tell you what hostile. See, there's one right there. There's a loot. So I gotta when I go into this next system, I need to look for it because that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for Trillium D so I can finish out Kara. And there it is right there. Even though I need to go into Babel's, the one I'm going to go into after I hit it, but and this one here doesn't have one. There'll be one other one on the way up there. And then I think in the system that we're actually going to go to, there's going to be one as well. And like I said, how you know that is you'll see the value of whatever the hostile's in there, then a second one. And the second one is the bonus ship. Yeah, the bad thing about it, man, once you get these cubes up high, it takes for everything. Like I think it's this system. Yeah, see, it's 55, 60. So there's going to be a 60 loot ship in there, and then when I go to the 65 system that I'm going into, there's going to be a 70 loot bonus ship in there, and that was the one that knocked the hull off of my rev there. So I know next time I go up in there, I'll leave the bonus ship alone. Or wait until I'm got a full cargo hull. We go in, so we look for the 60 ship, which come on, where are you? There it is, right there. Because that's what we're doing this for. I know we're doing it for the event, of course, but the biggest thing for me, I'm trying to get Trillium D to finish her, and this will give me. Maybe I'll have enough after I get through doing these, because I'll probably be able to hit 2 or 3 of the loot ships while I'm in this system grinding to finish the event. Because right now, let's see, I got 400 and something. Let's use the riff and we'll see how much we need. Let's go officer. Come on, officer. Upgrade. How much do we need? Yeah, see that? I think the next one of those loot goblins I hit will give me enough to or bonus ship, whatever. I don't like the now they got me saying it. It's stupid. The loot bonus ship. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pay for the token, man. For the event. That's stupid. Even though I'd like to have those. I mean, if I'm gonna pay money for it, I'll just buy the damn tokens. You know what I'm saying? And skip the whole thing. I have 5 more buildings to put to 70 in the cooker. Any words of wisdom? Uh, yeah. Make sure you got your rep. Have everything ready to for 70. Have your ship, have your rep, your ship parts all ready to go. Look, there are 2 of these in here. I've never seen that before. Look at this, guys. Have y'all ever seen 2 of them in the system at the same time? I've never have. That's going to give me enough to get to upgrade her. I've never seen that. That's the first time ever I've seen. Even when they used to spawn really quick until they took that away from us. Uh, there were never 2 in there at the same time. Okay, let's go ahead and use the effect maybe. I don't know if it turned itself. No, it didn't turn itself. I was wondering a while ago, like sometimes the effect does work when you're in a system like that where you're trying to hit multiple players and hostiles. All right, let's go ahead and fix this. Okay, now I'm just getting regular stuff. That's what I'm supposed to get. Okay, so let's go into officers. So this is going to get me Kara finished, I think. Or not finished, but up to tier 4. Like I said, I had so much officer XP before this arc, I didn't think it could ever be spent. But I've had to use LAT to finish some of these officers. I thought it was going to be kind of like those patterns I got, for the. So now I got enough for the beam after killing those ships. So let's use it. Yeah, not strong enough. That's a shame. I'm not gonna sit there and beam them forever. I don't know. We might have enough that we can. It's charging at enough that I can go back and kill that one now. Okay, where's it at? I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the. I don't see myself scoring up here. I know I couldn't have finished that event already a while ago. I didn't hit that many. Okay, which one is it? I think it was in this one. Okay, I think that was yesterday's event. No, I guess it was today's. Where's the, maybe it's the con event. There's so many. Okay. Oh, I don't have the officers. Dang it. That's right. You got to put those stupid officers in there. All right. We're going to have to come right back because I'm not going to. Okay, this one here. It's only dust, isn't it? Yeah. All the other stuff's in. Okay, so I think I could probably. Man, I really want these 20,000 here. I don't need But you see, look, what I'm saying, if I spend $50 on something, then why not just go in here? Spend my $50 here and get exactly what I want. I get 28,000 more of these freaking tokens. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you really want, then it makes more sense to buy the loot than to do this event. If they're going to charge you $50 for a token to be able to get that premium dust and maybe probably finish the event unless they bring us ones tomorrow. Yeah, I know, man. That was so weird that you got 270 ships in here at the same time. I've never seen it. Like used to when they first introduced this mirrorverse, you could go in here and pop one of those, pop like 5 hostiles, and another one would spawn. But they found out people were exploiting that to get the Trillium D, and they put a bigger cooldown between them. I know I did it. I was coming in here just to farm those 70 ships. And believe it or not, I could do it with my Rotaran back in the day. I mean, I took some hull damage, but I could go in here, hit 3 or 4 ships, and spawn the next one. And then I would just my hull got low, I would just wait it out, kind of what I did a while ago with the Rev. Yeah, the biggest thing you want to do is make sure, because when I went up to 70, I'd been setting myself up for 70 when I was like 64, or somewhere in that range. The biggest thing you want to do is you want to have. Let's go. I'll go into the faction store. Whatever whatever ship you decide that you want, whether it's going to be the Enterprise E, you want to have all these blueprints before you go up. So when you go up when you make the shipyard, it's waiting on you, and it's easy to do that. I mean, it's so easy compared back in the day when you were trying to uh, get the faction credits for it. As you can see right now, I when I finished my cloak on that, I was gonna build a second. Oh yeah, I built this ship. I built because I didn't. I built this ship afterward, but since I've done that, I've already got 360,000 of these credits because I don't have a ship in here I can build or I want to build. And the Klingon one's a little bit less because I'm decided I wanted to buy. I do want to make a second Geshnar. I just haven't pulled the credits here lately. But I want to make a second one of these, and I'm going to use it just for raiding. and but I'm just slow rolling it because basically until 7G comes in here, I don't have anything that any of these ships I want to make really. And the same thing with this one. I was gonna do that, but I'm changing my mind. I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I want one more. I want because what I want to do is I want to. There's another 7. Man, they're spawning. Hey, man, if you any of you guys can come up there, it looks like they're spawning these things like it was. I don't know if it's just broke and it's doing that, but that's pretty damn quick to get 3. Go see on your server because there is an event that you do it, but don't do what I did and just put my best PvP. I didn't look to see if it was one of those stupid events where you got to have certain officers. But this one is. I'm gonna have to come right back up here because it's not gonna give me enough points to finish the event because it's not one that scores on the level that you hit. It scores on whether you got these stupid officers in here or not. I think it's in the con event. Let's go back. Yeah, so I've got to have Amorex, Himmer, and Strange New World Una on the bridge, and I gotta have the Doctor, this dude, and Zane below. Hey guys, how y'all doing, man? So I messed up there, but like I said, I needed the loot, so it's not that it doesn't end the. I mean, you saw that I got enough loot to get Kara done, and that was the objective anyway. But the same thing with this Jockum, he has the same kind of thing with this Jockum affinity. The same thing that you use to get shards for him, you have to use them to tear him up as well. And the last one was an insane amount. It was like 16,000 of that Jockum's affinity that you pull from getting those tokens in augment space. And it is, yeah, it is definitely got Mr. Tiger's fingerprints all over it because you've got to, okay, first you got to go up there and grind the hostel to get the drop box. Then you got to use the drop boxes to buy the mission for the mission boss you got to kill. And then you got to get those tokens and turn those in to get Jockum affinity. And then you use the Jockum affinity to either tear him up or buy shards. So you got to go through 5 different steps to be able to get all that crap. But the beauty thing is, I took a guy that has a pretty good ability below deck, and it cost me nothing but time. It took a lot of time. He's not in this. Let's see. I'm gonna put him back where he belongs. Below deck. Let's find him. I think might have him in the ship that I'm at. But look at this. Look at this ability. I got him at tier 4 right now, and I got 300% isolytic damage defense. That's better than the other 2 officers that we use for that. The Cat Doctor and Pella. They're like 100. He's like almost 3 times his power. I don't know, Scopely math, is it real or not? I don't know. I haven't got a chance for Klingon rep. I'm higher. Okay, OPS 46. I've got a video. This. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can put it in there. I'm gonna go into YouTube real quick. Come over here. Go into YouTube, and I've got videos on rep grinding in my channel. Let me pull it up real quick. Do do do. You're looking up for my videos and do. Let's see. Content. Now let's let me scroll down. It's gonna be a little ways back. But the crew that I would use is different than the one in the video now because there are better officers in the game from when I made it, but it gives you the general idea. Let's see, rep. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, here we go. Let me get the URL. Okay, sorry about that. I had to start it to get the URL. So here's a URL. I hope it will paste in here. Okay. Because OBS won't let me do that like this. So now there are better officers like Rachel Garrett. The crew that I would use to rep grind right now uh would be a little bit different. We got some better officers in the game. Rachel Garrett is a loot officer. I haven't seen if she boosts. She might be able to boost you up on. I would look and I would just make some runs and see what you get. But the biggest thing about it is Mirrorverse. Over here, so you say you're ops level, you could probably grind here. And you see these survey ships, you look for the symbol right here. Um, I, probably the 58s are going to be too strong for you. Let's see if they got anything else that's close. You could probably go here, Desica, here, and maybe let's see if this one got. No, that's theirs. Already go back. You got two options right. You got the 48 and the 50. I would go up there with my best warship. Um, First of all, try like uh, the PVE crew. This is a decent one I got right here. Um, Sam Kirk's, James Kirk, Sam Kirk, and E Data, or you could go Janeway, Doctor, and E Data. Either one of those are good. Those are two of the better officers in the game. Deal. But if your E Picard is high enough, you can also go E Picard, and then I would put Janeway right here, because what E Picard's going to do is it's going to boost your stuff down there. Then you can use like Kim below. There's several different ones. I've got some stuff in that video. Just watch that video and it would help you out. But um, but the best place to grind reputation is in this Mirrorverse, because not only do you get Klingon, you're going to get Romulan, you're going to get Federation, you're going to get all three of them. You get no negative. That's another good thing about it. Because I was able to take um, my Romulan from 1 billion to 500 billion over a weekend going through these two systems right here. Yeah, and but that's too strong for you. You can, like I said, try the 48, see what kind of hull damage you get. If you think you can move up to the 50, that would be better. Um, that would be a lot better. But see that video that you're looking at is an older video of mine. This did not exist right here. These mirrorverse thing did not exist when I made that video. But this is the only way to do it. If you get to the point where you're high enough that you're, I would say close to 50, like where you're at, um, this is the only way to go because you don't get any negative reputation whatsoever, and you can build all three of them. For me, what I did is I went ahead and I had my before this was up here. I already had my Klingon uh, reputation all the way halfway to the last tier, which is a 500 billion. I think I was like at 300 and something like that, and uh, I did that the old-fashioned way in faction space. But when I did that, I went ahead and went up here, and it got my federation pretty high. And I said, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. And then when I got my federation tiered out, my Romulan was like enough to where I could get that Volex there. So I went ahead, got that, and then I finished the next weekend. I went ahead and finished the other one out. So pretty much over 2 weekends, I finished Federation and uh, Romulan. But I'm a grinder. Like I said, I already got this new faction completely done. Uh, if you can see right here, I've already finished the augment. I did that on Wednesday night at work during break. Okay, let's see. I thought I already redeemed this today. Oh, everything's all. It was a long week at work, man. I worked nights from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Everything's kind of bleeding together. And it was a long week. We had some weather issues here in the Dallas area, and we lost power and some machinery. We had a really bad power surge, not this morning, but yesterday morning, right as I was leaving to go home. Um, it knocked out at the water purification plant that I work at. We have four plants, and it affected three of the four plants. That's how big the power surge went. And see, right now, my whole hole is full. There's another one of these. Normally, I can get like 100 boxes, but I've been talking to you guys more than I have been grinding. Plus, I know that this is not really going to help me for the event, but I've got what I needed. But most of the time, when you come in here, the drop boxes are more important than what you're going to put in your haul anyway. Because you just don't. There's like unless you can get like a junker ship or something like this to come up here and fill up the cargo hold, you're going to get way more in drops than you are what you can pull up here. I can usually, if I'm focused on it, I can usually pull about 150 up here. And a lot of times it just depends on how spread out these guys are. How much time do I got? 30 seconds. Well, see, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and crew the ship like it's supposed to be, and come back because I want to finish the event, and then we'll look for something else to do. Maybe go up there and do some more grind and see if we can get what's his name done to on stream. I'm gonna have to make 2 runs. That's a I'm gonna have to make 2 runs in augment space to finish him. I mean, finish the shards. I will have to see what kind of kick in the nuts they're gonna give you, far as the loot that you're gonna need to tear him up. Okay. I mean, I put a request in for you, and okay, let's see. No. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see you there. There. There you go. I do have an Instagram for this channel. I don't haven't been posting very much to it. It's called Spade Kills on Instagram. I haven't really, I mean, I haven't been on it in a while. Uh I used to post the good kills, that I had, especially when I was punching up all the time. I don't punch up as much anymore, so when I get a good one in arenas, I'll do it. But there's been a couple of weeks where I forgot to do it. I mean, I've got to sit there and do a screenshot of one of these, or there's nothing to put in there. So when I forget about it and I go and grind that night, then it's gone. Then you're like, oh, because I got to do it on my phone because it's just too much of a pain in the butt to try to do it on the computer, and I always forget. But I guess before when I was playing a lot on my iPad, that's when I would do it. But I'm not doing that much anymore, except like when I'm. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Okay, we don't need to do it that way. We need to go. I, no, it was. Let's go. Group. That's fine. I know it was him. Una. Now I'll have to go look and see who else it was. Una. I know. Let's go lower deck. I remember the lower deck one. Couple of lower deck people are gonna be in here. Uh, it was this dude is one of them. I'd have to move right there. Let's see. Dane was one of them. Man, I don't like get rid of. We'll do her. I think it was. Let's see who else was in. All right, gotta go see what the other 2 officers are. Where's the con event? Here it is. Okay, Himmer's gonna needs to be on the bridge, and Doctor. Doctor's not will definitely help. Okay, let's see. Himmer and Doctor. Okay, Himmer on the bridge. Let's go lower deck. I can get both of them that way quicker. Okay, Doctor. I want to put it in her place. I don't. In Himmer in E-Data's place. Okay. Right back. We're going to go right back where we was. so we can finish it. Yeah, I kind of don't like. I don't like these type of events where I like to be able to punch up and score faster than uh, these ones where the hostile doesn't matter which system you're in. I don't like those events that much. I'd rather get in there, get done with it, and be through with it. You know, sort of like I did with that Voyager event. I hit the highest system possible so I could finish it the fastest possible. But at least this time around, they didn't screw you where they where to use the stupid crew that they want you to use, you have to punch down, and then none of the stuff you can't spend anything like they did the silent enemies the first go round where they made the silent enemies score the same no matter what system, and it was a leaderboard event. So of course, what are you gonna do? You're gonna punch down so you can hit as many of them as you can. But they didn't bother to tell anybody from the launch that you're only going to be able to spend the loot where your ops level was. So I've got a bunch of loot that I'll never be able to spend sitting in there from the silent enemies. Because I did punch down because I wanted to win of the event for store loot. But the problem is that the loot that you actually got that you use, you couldn't spend any of it. I need to look to see if I do any of those. I didn't look a while ago. I should have. Here we go. I know there's one in there. I missed that one in the last system. Should have looked. I'm going to go ahead and empty this out so we can kind of get a loot count on how many boxes we pull in. Ah, I've never seen that before. That's a newie. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to my screen is totally froze up now. So I'm gonna have to go in here and uh, force quit and restart. So you're gonna see a black screen for a minute. I'm surprised that came up though. Now usually it should say tell me to restart, but now I got like oh everything's screwed up. Okay, let's quit. So you're gonna have a black screen for a minute till I can restart everything. Okay, I don't. All right, let's find my cube. I'm losing valuable time. Now my mouse is gone. There it is. There it is. Okay, let's see where we're at. So we need to get in this system and rift over. Okay, now we need to look for the 60 ship. There it is. Well, heck, man, like if I keep getting these loot ships, I might be able to make a pull in the refineries now. Because right now I don't have any loot in there. I haven't spent in that refinery in over a week, just because I haven't had any. I've been saving it all for Kara. Maybe 2 weeks, and that's a pretty. Even though the mirror dust, I don't make those redemptions anymore because I don't have any research except for the premium dust to do, and the Omega, of course. But um, I do make those officer shard pulls because those are have all the enterprise officers. But I haven't done that in a couple weeks because I got Kara. Because you saw how much of that premium of that Trillium D it took to tear her up. Way too much. And what's funny about that is they could probably sell that, and they haven't done that since. I think they did it like during that arc. They did it a couple of times, but since then they've never had Trillium D that I've seen in there to buy. I don't know that I would do it. I don't think it'd be worth actually buying it when you can go and earn it. But that does surprise me that they don't have it in there. Let's see how much this is scoring for a. Okay, it looks like I'm getting like 49 for every one of these now. Okay, I already made one. So this may not take very long. There's some of that. But again, I'd rather have the officer token than because there's nothing in Khan's over there that I really want. Okay, it looks like it's no. It's hard to tell with the cube sometimes because it looked like it was stuck, which does happen when you're doing the artifacts sometimes. But the cube has a deal sometimes where the cube shows where it's at and where it actually is two different places. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna stop that and put that one in the queue. Whoops. Next. Well, it looks like this crew's actually working. I'm not taking a bunch of hull damage, which I thought I would. Probably my lower decks are probably the good, because I've got my best lower deck. I didn't pull those guys out. Well, I would have liked to had Brianna in there, but that was a hard choice. Pull her out for the doctor. But the good thing is I won't have to come up here for a while. What time is it getting to be? It's 4. I'm probably going to do this until about 5:30. And then I'll stop the stream when I go grab something to eat. And then I'll come on back tonight and do some more. Like I said, I do want to see if I can get Jockholm done tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get like I said, the loot to tear him up. That might be a different story. I don't know how much. Like the other one was, I think it was 16,000 of that, and it took me like, it took me like 4 or 5 runs to get enough of the loot to. And there are other things in this store too. In this research you got. I'm gonna go ahead and speed one of these up. Okay, no, I don't want to do 2 days. Let's do 1 day, and then we'll do 8. I'll just do 8 2 8s. Okay, so the next thing I want, after I get him done, the very next thing I'm going to use that loot on will be, where's it at in here? Apex Shred. It uses the exact same insignias that I need for him to for this, and I need 8,000. That's 2 runs, because you get, from what I've been getting over in 68 space, I've been getting enough. When I redeem them, I'll get 4,000. So I'll have to make 2 runs to make this upgrade, and then I'm sure it escalates after that. But that's what I'll be going up here. So I'm not gonna, even though I'm gonna be technically done with the officer, I'm not done up there yet, because there are some others. I know it's this one. I think uh, this one uses the insignias, and this one uses the insignias. And believe me, you want to do both of these, because um, especially this one. This one here gives you uh, a daily gift in the Way Team store, and it's decent. So you probably want to. Probably what I'm going to do is, once I get him done, I'm going to try to do this, and I don't know if I'll rotate between the two of them, but uh, I think they're both important, because like you get these you get these tokens, and you get let's see if I can see what it gives you in the store. I don't know, since I already made that pull today. I doubt that I'm gonna get to see uh what I can pull. I don't like the way they do that sometimes. But so in this store right here, you go to the Way Team, and you got this. So you can see I got level 2, and you get some of this. You get uh, some loot. You also get some of the Way Team loot, and I believe you get Dolomite too. As you can see, I haven't done any. I'm not making any of these claims for this, because for now, this is something, somebody, for a lower player, these are pretty good rep boost right here. But for me, because I'm not gonna do a lot of these away teams, because they're right. If I go in there right now, I haven't looked at it today. Number one, if I look at this right now, okay, but bingo is one that I would do. Most of the here lately, these officers that they've been sticking in here are not ones I need, and they're very costly as well. Okay, does that give me enough? See, that doesn't even finish it. You also get some of these particles as well. So, okay, even though it tells me this is the best deal, you notice I don't have 100% chance of getting the deal, and I at least want to be able to get that. I'd love to get Mabinga uh, shards, but you've got it. Put it this way: if you got 83 chance of losing it, I mean of winning, um, most of the time you're not gonna. That's not gonna succeed for you most of the time. You want that to be 100%. So let's look. We've got to have Neelix. Okay, so we got to have Neelix here. Let's go in here, and I'll look and see if I can upgrade, because I've never used him in a away team before, so he doesn't have any traits. Now I've got both of these. Maybe this will improve our chances. Let's pull him off and put him back on. I still got the same 83 chance. Dang it. Okay, let's look through here and see if there's any one of these other ones loyal or one of these other ones I can. It looks like all the ones I've got toggled set for him, and there's no way in hell I'm using my PvP officer for a 6-day mission. Now he's one of the few that has the loyal that I got here. I'm trying to see if I have any that's higher tiered up that I can maybe replace one of these on, but it looks like no. Let's see if we have an epic. No. I'm going to go ahead and do it, even though I'm pretty sure it's going to fail. It needs to be a higher number than that, but it is what it is. I want to give it a shot. I can do without Neelix for a little bit. The rest other officers I don't ever use on anything right now. I mean, he's a good attack officer for one of your lesser ships, but or if you're a lower player, he might be one of the better players you got. But because he's a pretty easy of set, uh, pretty easily cons challenge. Okay, so I got some officer tokens there, and we'll go in there and use them. So we're gonna use them on the Mirrorverse. Okay, here we go. We're gonna use them on Troy. And that's gonna get her pretty close, actually. I think we got her to tier 4 or 3 or whatever it is. We'll go ahead and look see where it's gonna be in a minute. I actually have a little bit left over to use for somebody else. Now I need to go in there and look and see if there's anybody I'm close to. Okay. Let's go in and go in the officer. Up. Grade. So that takes her to tier 3. And that's not too incredibly horrible. I can make 2 pulls tonight, and that'll be enough to pull her up. Okay, now let's look at the upgrade thing. And I'm pretty close on him, but I don't really care about tearing him up. Do, 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 do. You know what I'm thinking I'm going to do with it? So I don't think he's not in there. I wished he was, but he's not. Let's see. Let's look. I'm trying to see if there's just anybody I'm really close to doing. These epics just cost a lot in there. I don't think it's the best way to spend. Let's get Miss Q, even though she's not close. Maybe I can get her close enough to. Um, let's see, Miss Q. Here she is. See, Mariachi Q. Like I would need. Yeah, I'm way. I need 135. Let's see where Miss Q is. Well, it's about the same, but I think it would help my enterprise more if I had her. So we'll use that. And that's sometimes like these work for me. Depends on what type of player. To me, I like PvP. So officers like these are going to be more valuable to me than. Um, but if you're a lower player, you're still trying to build yourself up. That's my alarm. You got Brianna Troy's an important officer. Doctor's an important officer. Janeway's an important officer. Uh, he's really he's one of the better Armada officers in the game. Um, let's go in the other PVE Enterprise crew. Uh, E Picard's an important one because he's a good at PVE, but you can see he's got a loot gain of 60% on hostiles and armadas. Um, you can also put him and Rachel Garrett together, and they have synergy with it. And I'll show you my loot crew that I use if I was going to go for loot. Oh man, I'm still in the system. Let's go ahead. I've finished it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this while I'm at it. I forgot I was still in Mirror of Space because I finished the event. Um, let's go back. We'll go back into. I also unlocked Directive and DTI. Okay, yeah. The DTI is another place where you can uh, get some of these officers. It's the only place you can get Seska is in here. I need to really work on her a little bit more, but you've got Vial's a really good blower deck officer for PVE. Um, she's an Armada officer, and he doesn't have. I don't really know if I think that this one's worth a great deal, but you always need good lower deck officers, and his lower deck is increases warp speed by 600%. I don't know that I would ever use him that way. His officer ability's not too bad, but there are better officers that I would use on the side. Now he has loot gain at the from non-armada hostile. You can use him to get you some loot down below. And we'll look at another good place right now where you can get officers is in the section 31. And you got these PBE officers that you hear me talking about. And in fact, I'll do a pull for Miss Q right here. And I can, you can see I already made a pull for Mariachi Q earlier. And the three that I'm working on in here right now, I'm doing for him. These are the ones I'm working on right now. Next, I'll go in and get land done, but this one's on my main sled right here, so I'm gonna try to tear him out. He just costs so much. You can see it costs like 728 shards to tear him out. Um, Specialist Q, I like. Now, the biggest player I ever seen in the game who had a 170 billion cube, which I didn't know that it could even go that high. He had uh, Specialist Q with the Freeman crew, which you see me got on here, which I think is a really interesting choice because that's not where I would put her. I've got her there so I can try her next time in combat arenas just to check it out. I would put her on the interceptor. I don't know if I'd put her on my lead horse, but I've got a bunch of interceptors. Like I would put her on my Verlox with another crew. But because what you got in PvP, you got three different ones. You got your hull breach, which most of the time you want on your interceptor. You got your morale, which you want on your explorer, and you got burning for your battleships. And the thing is, you want to try to match these officers as much as possible. So if you look at what I got in my interceptor here, so I've got the interceptor strike team, and you can see hull breach, hull breach, hull breach, hull breach, hull breach. You see a pattern? You know, they match them. The only thing that this one doesn't belong, I just stuck it on there because I stole the officer off of there for something else. Um, let's go below deck. I'm going to put him back. And so I've got him, and he is a defensive officer. Isolytic defense. I'll, and if you don't have him, Pella or the cat doctor right there, then I've got Apex Barrier. I've got Isolytic Cascade damage in PvP. Apex Shred. And Kara's a really good officer. I don't know if I'm going to keep her on here long term, but you can see reduces the player's crit chance by 35%. She may not be my officer I keep here for long term, but she's a good PvP officer to have. So, and you can see I got on my Enterprise. We'll go in here. Got the cat doctor, isolytic defense, and oh, I never did tear my ship up. I need to go in here and do this. So I got my other seat. So now I got to decide who I want to put down here with the dock. So now I wish they would do. They got a bunch of filters on here. Um, they need to put in these filters for the officers. Let's go back and go officers. These filter right here. They need to put morale, hull breach, and burning down here, so you can go make it a little bit easier for you to load these guys up. I've mentioned that on one of the chats with the GMs that never got. That was one of the questions I got that I posed that never got answered. But so I'm gonna go lower deck. So trying to find somebody I want to stick in here. So you got some options here. Um, I could steal Tindy off of there and put her here. But I'm going to look and see if I can find another officer that's going to give me actual stats to see. Odo wouldn't be a bad choice to stick right there. Because he increases critical crit damage by 40%. Not a bad choice. And I may use that for right now. But right now you can see I got morale officers in here, I guess. See, he's one of these newer officers that gives me cascade damage. But Miss Q is a morale officer. And there's not many of these that lower deck that give you morale. Now oh, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Where's he at? I believe Shanks has. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take him off the battleship. And we can actually use one of these newer officers in their place, I think. And right now this is not the crew that I would put in here. I know I'm going to pull him off of there because I thought he was a PvP officer. See, I'm not a person. I got these in here because these are burning officers. I mean, this one's like anything but this one here. This is the one I was thinking of. Burning. But we do have some retaliation crew people that, let's go, I don't think it's Zeb. It's already pulled me out of that. It's telling me that I know I'm not going to put Zeb up on. Increases apex bearer against. Okay, that's not going to help me there at all. Okay, let's go ahead. I need to switch my ships back the way they belong. Let's go ahead and pull this one back, and we'll stick another ship in its place, and then we'll put my cube back like it belonged. But see, that's the bad thing about once you start tearing these guys up, and you have to reshuffle your deck and your other ships. But of course I want my right now the Enterprise E is my second most powerful ship. So I want to definitely put the second best crew going into that one. So these are gonna have the my cube's gonna have to sacrifice because basically what I want to do eventually is work on this ship and get it to the point. Well, hey, I can do that now. Let's see if it's the same way here. Yeah. Okay, we'll tear it up. Tear up. I was going to do that. It's going to be cheaper. Because that takes it to 7, so I can actually get another seat. So now this is going to be, this changes things. For me, at least now that this has come to the point where I can actually use this in PvP. And I got enough people down here, so I'm going to go ahead. Damn it. Gotta use my crystal. I don't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway because I got. Let's see, what is this? See what this takes. Okay, I don't have enough, but I am gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. So now I've got this up to where I can actually use it. So we got to sit there and rethink everything on this one. Okay, so we're going to definitely use these two bad boys here. So I can always go back and bring her back into the on there and put the strike team like that. So now we've got to find burning officers. I would, like I said, it'd be a lot easier if we could toggle it. Okay, non-player, so he's no good. I was trying to see what some of these newer officers do. I know he's a PvE. She's a loot officer. PvE, PvE. But she's in a sea ship. D, so that's gonna be. Well, that was here, so I can use this one here. I think. So now we gotta look and find. E. Where's Odo's in E? Put Odo there for right now. Yeah, I wish these guys were had lower deck. So he's a burning officer, but you got to be an explorer. He's got to be command. That's his. Is that his officer ability or his? Yeah, he would be somebody you want to like my. If I wanted to, if I had a third battleship or a second one, I could put him as captain. But his officer ability is uh, commanding a explorer afflicted by burning. He puts the apex barriers, so that's kind of a weird matchup. And we look at, uh, I could use while commanding an interceptor. So this uses morale. This is using those abilities against the other ship. Okay, I'm past everything. All right, let's go. Let's look at our other ship after this one. So now we're going to put our bigger cube here because I do have a bigger cube than the ones in this dock. We're going to swap. Oh, I got it still loaded. We got to move it. There we go. Let's go ahead and repair this. Oh, that's why some of these officers didn't show up. I was wondering where one of the... Okay, so we're gonna just... I'm just gonna stick anything, and I'll stick that in there for right now. So let's go... Get our bigger cube. Put that there. And let's... Because I was using the mirror one. Let's find it. See, I was using this crew for uh like a backup crew, but now I'm gonna use this one instead. And I really don't have a PvP officers for low for. Let's go ahead and switch our cube. Yeah, that works, even though I didn't really change anything. I'm gonna go ahead and recall these. I'm curious to see what my power rating is now. I haven't looked at this in a while. Let's pull them home. Let's see. So let's go back. We're gonna go make sure we didn't screw the rest of these up. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna save this. Okay, now we need to go into their enterprise and save that. And we need to work on Miss Q. So we're going to go into this, and I've got, so what I've got below here, these two work together. These are going to proc each other. They're going to proc each other. And this is, I got defense to cover it. Now, once he gets to level 50 or so, like with the other one, then I'm gonna have to redo everything on it. You know, the only one that won't be affected is my biggest Kretschna. Because I found out in arenas that you can even I can I can punch up on a Enterprise E even though it shouldn't be able to. I think it's just my crewing on it. So now I've got to completely change this one up. I could maybe just put Grush and Mavery here and boost a bunch of stats on this thing. But I don't know if that's the way to go. Let's go see if there's anybody I missed that I could stick in there. I'm not sure that she's a P. Yeah, she critical when fighting hostiles. She's a PvE officer, which doesn't really make sense. She would be if you she was a villain on the uh, Voyager series. Why wouldn't she be PvP officer? That doesn't make any sense. But like I said, like I was telling the guy earlier, that the guys who put these stuff together don't really know Star Trek a lot of times. They just got an officer they're gonna stick in the game, and they just stick a avatar on there and name them, you know, and that because Seska was a villain. If anybody deserves to be a lower deck PvP officer, it's her. Okay, we could look and see what one of these. I've got this one completely tiered out, so let's see what the bomber. See, that would be you'd want this one in a interceptor, I would think. You know. So let's look at Badgie. Badgie, I got the other one. Where's the other one? The other one's tiered up too. Let's find. Where is he? Oh, he's already in the ship. Okay, so let's just do this. And we'll go ahead and do. Let's take Grush. We can use Grush for something else. Okay. So I've got lower. The only one I have that doesn't do something for my PvP is this guy, and he is pretty much a loot officer, or he rep officer right here. He's a good one for rep gain. He's who the guy was asking about rep. Now this officer, I didn't have this officer when I made that video. He's a guy that you can put on your bridge crew. And let me go ahead, and while we're doing that, I think I've got my loot, my rep crew on here. I might. I screwed some of this up when okay. Here's my rep crew. This is who I would use. Janeway, Kim, this dude. The Doc's gonna boost you, and so will Freeman. This is my loot crew, right? This is my rep crew that I use right there. That's the one that I took my Romulan reputation from 1 billion to 500 billion using this exact same crew. And also, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to go ahead and just disregard. And you've got, no, it'll be in this one. You've got these reputation uh, exocoms. I would not use these until I got real close to a milestone, because if you burn them early, it makes that grind hard. But like you get in range to where you can make a couple of runs to hit that next uh, milestone, then that's when I would use them. Otherwise, unless you just got I had a ton of these originally, but now you can see when I did all my rep grinding, I pretty well whittled them down. I've got some lower ones, a bunch of the lower ones, like the 70%. I got 103. Let's see if I can find some of the other ones. Romulan, I got 89. I got some Klingon in here somewhere. I got 110 Klingon ones. But like I said, I was pretty close on rent. Klingon one's always been my main faction, so um, my day I always prioritize it on my dailies and everything else. So it needed less help than the rest of them. Let's just say. So that's why I got so many extras of those. And let's see what else we got left as far as events. I think we're done with them. Okay, that one's done. We got this one, this augment thing. We'll do that tonight when I come back on. I'm not gonna do them now. Oh, starting soon. Oh crap. Really? Oh man, you got to be kidding me. I was gonna. So you're gonna need token. I guess you're gonna need tokens for all four of these. So you gotta buy the $50 so you can do this one today, and then these other ones follow whenever the 18 hours on this one, 2 days and 18 hours. So this one today, this one tomorrow, this one the next day, and this one the. Yeah, you know what? I can skip this shit. Even though I'd love to have this, but I can skip this. Forget about it. Unless they find a way that you can earn, you get a token in one of these pools over here. Like I said, that for the if I'm gonna pay $50 for a for the tokens, like I might as well buy the loot. I can get more loot that way. And why would you want to do it unless you're trying to get the loot? You know what I'm saying? They don't think things out sometimes. I mean, there'll be guys that'll just do it to do it. I know. I know at least one guy on my alliance. I know probably bought those tokens. But all right, let's see. So we're gonna put our see who I got. Let's make sure I got him in my mining ship. Okay, we'll go ahead and apply. I think I just stuck him in there. Or he might have been in the ship already. I don't know. Put this one here. Okay, let's swap our officers. I'm not using him for... So I've got these. So I'm going to have to figure something else. I'm going to have to change some of this out. Change the name of the true that I'm actually using it for. Let's see what ship is F. I think that's my second cube. Let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F. No, that's not right. That's E, F. There we go. I figured. So we need to go in there and change this. Okay, so this is going to be ROM. I'm just going to put ROM70 because I don't know how to spell that. Okay, what's going on? Okay, we'll put that there. We're going to put cube 1. Put big cube. I'll just put big cube for right now. I'll put 1 later when it catches up. We're going to put second cube. There. And that one's right. Now we're going to have to... Now I'm going to have to crew the other one. Okay, we can pull all these off there. We'll go group. Okay, we got Soren. Q. I don't think he's PvP. No. Hostile. So that won't work. You know what I could do since he's because what I could do, even though there's no synergy on him, I could put Damar here. Okay, now we'll just lower. We'll just go attack. Get him. Defense. Her. Health. Charvanik. What's my stats? Looks like I need defense. So we'll put Marcus on here. Okay, let's go health again. We'll put Mavry on there. It'll help all three of them. And let's go health again. Or still on health. So I could put Grush on there, I guess. Okay. So that gets me pretty healthy on all of them. Let's see. I'm almost at 6 billion. Where does that put me for overall? This guy's not. I don't know where this guy's not on our server. They got this thing screwed up again. Uh, but I'm almost done with my station. As far as the regular, not excluding the gimmick buildings. I've got this one right now. These are upgrading from 61 to 70 because I got this new thing in here. You can't see it now. Here, I'll finish one of these. God, this is gonna kill me, man. As far as freaking lat. Oh, all right, 18 hours. 7. Now I'll just go ahead and it'd be cheaper to do it this way. 1. We'll do 5. Let it. There we go. See, now they have this deal right here where I can go here. How do I just pull that? Okay, so you can go here and it'll upgrade it all the way up from 61 to 70. But it takes. So basically that's the last of the regular buildings I got left is this one right here. But the problem is you saw it uses no mats. It uses all resources, Sigma resources. So far as any kind of event like's going on this weekend, these don't help me. So that's the reason why I'll do those during the week most of the time. But I was just kind of showing you this bulk thing that and I think it's cheaper doing it that way because it seemed like that when I did them one each, that it would have cost me more resources. But basically, all I got left are the gimmick buildings. I've got the treasury, which I wished I could get that done because I got a free one, the next one that comes through. But it's a real slow drip on getting those. You can only really get those during the treasury, uh, that's the only places you can get bulk. I think you can probably buy it, but why? Um, this one I just haven't been pulling these in that store. I've been spending it on other things. I'll start pulling these now. Uh, let's see. And this I spent on other stuff in that store. So I need to focus or not store, but in that faction store. I was too busy buying other stuff in here and not really paying attention like I should have. And see, there's one right now I can pull actually. So, yeah, I was pretty bad about using them for officers and other crap in here. And I'd always run out of extra. So, I need to do that. The war room is that one's hurting me. Then that's a good building to do it, but we just don't do. They don't open the war room enough for us to really engage with it very often. And these are coming along nicely. I got 63, 65, and 63. Being how new those buildings are, that's not bad at all. Um, and then all the rest of them. This is a dead mechanic. If you're wondering where these are, they don't. They, as far as I know, they don't exist in the game. This is sort of like what they just like we were told of originally about Q's trials, where uh, they had planned to add a bunch of stuff into Q's trials. So uh, once we finished them, there were going to be other stuff added to actually help us in the game because pretty much uh, the only reason to do them at all is for your forbidden technology and being able to lower the failure rate as high as it goes. But even now, on these ones I've got up to 50, I got a 10% chance to be able to upgrade this to 51 or whatever. And believe me, I actually wasted it for this here to get this one up. It took me a long time. Like this was 2%. You know, what's the odds of you pulling a being successful? Not very good. And it's like that. That's why you get to see all my a bunch of my forbidden technologies stall out at 50 because it's not worth. And this one here, I'm not going to even put this on an amalgam here shortly. And that's the reason why I haven't done any more with it because it powers them. It's all for the amalgam after that. Uh, Here's one that I don't have on a ship that I should. The base rating one. This is actually a pretty decent. When I was rating bases all the time, I always had this on one of the ships that I used for the longest time. Believe it or not, uh, I can't remember which ship I used. It was one of my 5G ships. I used it on that for a while, but then I ended up pulling it off for some reason. I don't know. But it's a pretty good if you're a 3 to 5G player, that's a pretty good artifact. I mean, not artifact, but forbidden technology. If you raid bases a lot, go back, manage. But I need to look at this. What is this? This one's on my little Kretschna. But I've got to get. It's on H. So this is on my Verilux. I need to see what this does. This is Apex Bear, start a combat. Let's compare it to this one. Okay, I like this one better. I need to go ahead and upgrade it. I like the, but you can see which ones I got on my main PvP ship. Ugh, without a doubt, you see the 60 ones. So I need to work the one on my little Kretschna, which is this one here. I haven't opened this godsend. It's something that's in the store. So you need 200 shards. Let's see. I know it's in the store I can buy using that loot that I got. Let's see how many it lets you get through here. I don't think it lets you get the whole thing. Because they have a deal where you can. Oh, yeah, it does have all 200. Oh, well, hell, we'll do it then. What the hell? I won't get them all, though. I don't think, but I'll get. What the heck? But I might come close. Let's see how many we got. We need all 16 of those. I guess there's a chance that we can. I probably could have done it if I wouldn't have. I used the one on the uh, Commander Con skill points on it because it was the only thing in there that I thought was. And I think this is a PvE. Um, yeah, this is a PvP. Also gives you some. You could probably use them. You could probably put this if you're gonna have like a ship for those new augments. You could put this in here. And the thing is, on the Chaos Tech, the rods or whatever it uses to switch isn't expensive as the other one of the forbidden technologies for sure. So it's easier to go ahead and swap out these than it would be your forbidden technologies because if those rods are not easily sourced. Because because my Romulan battleship I don't even have forbidden technology on it for the biggest reason because it's too expensive to. So I need 10 more of these. So we'll see if we can earn that for the rest of the arc. What's in? Oh, it's still the same thing. I don't have any loot. It says I still got enough for 10. Oh, I do. I thought I pulled the last one. Okay. Oh, what the hell? We'll just go ahead and use them all. Okay. So I think we'll be able to unlock that. I've already got that unlocked. And these stupid refits, there's just really no way I would ever use them. Someone said you can just unlock them and not put them on your ship and get the bonus on it. I don't even know what the bonus is. But there's literally no way in hell I would ever put this on my ship as a skin to cover. I mean, look at this beautiful looking ship. So you're gonna put this cartoon piece of crap on top of this, or the stupid one for the Romulan ship over this badass looking ship. This to me, this one, these two ships and the Return are the most badass looking ships in this game. So I'm gonna put that little cartoon looking thing on top of this. Forget that crap. You know what I'm saying? This is a bad looking mother. This is the only reason I actually got the shards for it and blueprints for it and unlocked it, just because it was so cool looking. Um, Performance wise, it's the weakest of the three ships. And it always tends to be that with the epic ships. For some reason, which it shouldn't be, the battleship should be the strongest one of the three, but um, because of the battle triangle, the Gretchen just crushes it. And so does the Enterprise. In which it shouldn't. Because you see how, if you go an Explorer versus the Cube, that's an equal basis. Usually the Cube will crush it. It won't even, you won't. But this ship, I can guarantee, won't kill your Enterprise. Unless it's way more. Say I got a tier 3 Enterprise and this is a tier 10 ship, yeah, of course. But I'm talking about tier 10 to tier 10. They're not. This one's not going, and I've still got some rods. It's so expensive to get to unlock these. Oh, I got it. I didn't know I had enough to do it. It's unlocked now. Okay, but I don't think I got enough to equip it. Because if I'm going to equip it, I'm going to use the Romulan, which I think is this one. And I need some more rods before I can do it. So I need to start doing my Q's trials again. That's badass. I didn't know I was that close. I was like 20,000 off last time I looked. So let's look and see what we're going to put here. What's this? What's this do? Start a combat, credible hit. Does not trigger during stage, increases that. Damn. Oh, that's for the junker. Let's see. Is there another PvE? Shit, there really isn't. What is this one on? My 8 ship. Okay. I think I could probably unlock it. And I'll take this off of my Varlocks. There we go. See when I did all that stuff, see if how close it put me in the event. Still number 2. By how much? Oh, he saw me that I went up and popped it up. I thought that would have passed him. He wants that one. How much do I need to tear him up? I think I can get second place or third and be enough to upgrade him. Let's see. Where's he at? Quasi. Yeah, I only need 53. And what is the prizes? Yeah. I mean, if I get second place, I got him, or then I'm like um 3 shards from doing it, getting. So either one of those help. This one will put me over the top, or that one will put me over the top. This gets me real close. So I've got to start thinking about. Let's go ahead and do this. Do another research in here. I may have some 5G left in the station one, but I don't. I think I think I finished those out. Might have finished those out last time. Okay, let's see. What is this gonna cost me? Nah, I can't use a crystal. What is this gonna cost me? I don't have enough ore right now. And I really want to do that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and just wait the 5 hours out on the rest. It gives me something to do tomorrow or later tonight. Okay, let's go and see. Let's go in the station, see if I got a pull of any kind left in here. I know I don't in the other two. There's not really any reason to look. I don't think these are all using common mat, so it's not going to help me. Okay, so we'll look in. I'm sure there's nothing in the galaxy tree I can even do. I mean, there's some primes in there, but they won't score in that event. These are all like using the cloak. It seems like as much people think I use my cloak, I would have none of that research left. But you can see I'm got a bunch of it. That's really the only thing that's in here. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else I can. I have nothing I can build in my station that helps for sure. Let's see. Trying to think. Swap ships. I don't think there's any. I mean, I've got some ships I just built for, but I think they're all tiered up. Let's look at some of these gimmick ships. Some of them take regular mats. So yeah, these are ones I want to I built these just for, one of these I built when I actually needed it, but the other one I built just because I grinded it out to scrap. The same thing with these, because you can see like I said, I was doing Romulan space for my Klingon. And then I got two of these, that one of them I'll scrap. And I will scrap all of my Novas if that's one of the things that he did say that they were going to try to do that too, but I doubt it. I'll be happy just if we get to do the regular G5 ships. And see, I've got a Titan that I can't even put in the dock. Okay, I was checking to see what he needed. Let's go look at one of our lower ships. I was hoping I could find something I could upgrade. All right, let's go. Let's look. I guess I really don't want to do these ships, mining ships. And I may not have them now that I spent. See, this one uses. No. They're too much of mat hogs. I'm so close, so close to 6 billion. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here I'll be on later tonight. I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to go get me something to eat because I'm starving. And I'm kind of running on empty as far as energy goes as well. So, we got a lot done. There's some more stuff I do want to do. I want to go ahead and hopefully I can get enough. I don't need that much to finish her out. The rares are not as expensive as uh, the other one. It might take a couple of days, or I might just go back up in there. Well, nah, I don't want to waste my pulls there. Okay, let's go get this stuff. See what's in here. I got some Trillium D in here, I bet. Yeah, not enough, but I do got some. Okay, so I'll be on later. So see you then.